Welcome everyone here to the Rectory for Billy and Derek Egan. It's the 1st of July and the 104th anniversary of the first day of the Battle of the Somme along that now infamous French river. But long before the fields of France were scarred by war, one of its most famous authors was Alexandre Dumas, famous of course for the Three Musketeers and the Count of Monte Cristo. Now, he also loved to write about his dogs, and he had a very famous and a very favourite dog who was a Scottish Terrier pointer called Pritchard. And Pritchard, as he wrote, got into many scrapes. The dog who could not be kept in constantly escaped, who would bite through its lead, who killed chickens, stole food, ate out of the sugar bowl, dug up flowers, and who would invite all his doggy friends into the house. And his owner could only plead, God willeth not the death of a sinner, but rather that he should turn from his wickedness and live. Sadly, Pritchard met a sad end in a dog fight, but his owner paid him the tribute of the only dog in whom I have found originality and unexpectedness, the quality that one finds in a man of greatness. And Alexandre Dumas wrote that, I think that God is equally concerned with man and with all the animals to whom he has given life, but perhaps God has a special leaning towards the dogs. For of all the animals, it is the one to whom he has given an instinct that comes nearest the intelligence of man. Well, a little shout out to my brother who has been researching the family history. That's been keeping him busy during lockdown. And good news from we have done the dog's family history. We have it all done. So, Rusty, your great grandmother came from the village of Marsden, a mile outside Oxford, in and around the year 1815, when Alexander Dumas was only a teenager. And her name was Trump. Yep, Trump was the milkman's dog. But someone else saw in that little bitch an athletic physique and beautiful tan markings, and he bought Trump and bred from her his own signature breed that we now call the Jack Russell, because he was the Reverend Jack Russell. So he took Trump to the West Country, where his father was rector. He became his father's curate, and he collected a rather large amount of dogs. Possibly he had more dogs than he did human parishioners. And then he himself became the vicar of Swimbridge in Devon, and that's where he spent the rest of his life. And he was one of the finest huntsmen in England and was regarded as an expert in horse breeding and also in dogs. And in fact, he was very popular, very well liked among his parishioners. So, in fact, the Jack Russell as a breed was bred to be the perfect companion for a country rector or a country vicar, for the country parson to be his companion while out on the Devon moors. However, the Bishop of Exeter accused the Reverend Russell of neglecting his parishioners, but no, he defended himself. He defended all his sporting pursuits, and indeed even had a friend in the Prince of Wales who came up from London especially to go hunting with the famous vicar of Swimbridge. Now, Russell was also responsible for founding one of the founding members of the Kennel Club way back in 1873. He is nicknamed the Sporting Parson. And so Rusty, your famous great-grandmother, indeed, Trump, she is so famous that King Edward VII ordered for her portrait to be taken, because he was that Prince of Wales, and her portrait hangs in Sandringham Palace. Yes, you are a royal breed, indeed. So that is your family history. And if you go to Swimbridge today, you'll find that the pub has been named after its most famous vicar, indeed. Now, not sure you're quite in the mood now for any hunting or shooting or fishing at the minute. No, I don't think so. But I'm sure nobody will accuse me of neglecting the parish, would they? No, because I need to tell everyone what we do every day. So in the morning we have dog yoga, followed by a little nap. And then we have dog Pilates, followed by a wee snooze. And then we have dog massage, followed by we sleep. So you see, we're very busy here. We are very, very busy, and nobody could accuse us of neglecting our parishioners because, of course, it's some of our very furriest and hairiest parishioners who, of course, do need all of the attention. Isn't that right? Oh dear, I think it is. I think it is. So there you go. It is a trait among the saints of old, and of course we think of St. Bridget and we think of St. Francis, that they seem to have a closeness with the animals and also a Dr. Dolittle-like ability to communicate with them. So I bring you this blessing for our pets, for our domestic animals, our companion animals. Each day and each night, in cold and heat, in light and dark, keep them from falling, keep them from road accidents, keep them from thieves, keep them from poisons, keep them content, O sweet Maker of all. So to our pets, may the eye of God be on you, to bless you, to look after you, to give you pleasure, and to make you a pleasure. Amen.